that might not show a criminal record, but alarms going off? What do you look for?
Then I think that we need to, again, look at what is going on in our society. You know, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results. I stood in front of a camera where you had some kids, some babies, shot in Nashville, Tennessee, with a person who, by the way, had an AR-15. And from what we've been told here, Neil, this individual had that same kind of a weapon.
And this is the last time Ted Williams will be asked to be on Fox News. After yet another mass shooting this week, that being the 146th in 100 days, because yeah, that's normal. Fox News had on a former homicide detective who, in his own words, has been asked to come on in the past to offer insight in the wake of tragedy. Only this time, well, he didn't exactly follow the Fox News protocol of talking about thoughts, prayers, video games, mental health, and anything that deflects away from the one common denominator in every mass shooting across the country.
With a person who, by the way, had an AR-15.
Criminal record. But normally there are things that come to light in these investigations that might not show a criminal record, but alarms going off. What do you look for?
Well, right now, I'm looking for something that will tell us or give us information about this psychological makeup. There is information out there that has not been confirmed by me, Neil, or Fox News, from what I understand, that this shooter had phoned a friend and said that he was suicidal and that he was going to shoot up a bank. If that is the truth, then I think that we need to, again, look at what is going on in our society. You know, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results. Just 2 weeks ago, I stood in front of a camera where you had some kids, some babies, shot in Nashville, Tennessee, with a person who, by the way, had an AR-15. And from what we've been told here, Neil, this individual had that same kind of a weapon. And when you look at mental illness, if mental illness is involved here, and that weapon, that's a dangerous concoction. And we've got to do something in this society, Neil. I am sick and tired of standing in front of a camera. Neil, you and I have been on numerous occasions where people, young people, have lost their lives. 4 people left home this morning, and 4 people are not coming home tonight. That is something that we need to take into consideration. And when the governor says we shouldn't talk about certain things now, well, then I have to disagree with the government. We have to talk about guns. AR-15 are killing our babies and our citizens in this country, and we've got to do something about it.
It is out of control, to your point, my friend. We are learning some other deep...
Now this comes on the same day that another Fox News program opted to cut away from the Louisville mayor's speech under the pretense of it being too political.
There are so many people who want to do something, who have offered to help, who see this nightmare unfold and want to make it better somehow. We love and appreciate that so much. For those of you who are looking to take action right now.
So we've been listening to the news conference held by officials after the mass shooting yesterday in Louisville, Kentucky. That is the mayor, Craig Greenberg, who was expressing some political thoughts there. I'm not sure if all of that was necessary, but some of the comments.
Well, let's play the rest of that clip to understand what exactly was too political.
For those of you who are looking to take action right now, to show your support for the first responders who are trying to save lives and for the victims of gun violence, one great way to do that is to donate blood. According to Johns Hopkins University, gunshot wounds require much more blood than other types of injuries. You just heard Dr. Smith talk about the amount of blood that was needed and used yesterday. He mentioned his thanks to the Red Cross. We're very thankful to the American Red Cross So we encourage people to make an appointment to donate at redcrossblood.org. That's red.
Oh, calls for people to give blood. That's too political for the pro-life propaganda spews. Could it have anything to do with the fact that the Louisville mayor, akin to the contributor earlier, is just quite frankly sick and tired of hollow words?
The second thing, and to those in the national media that are joining us here today, this may be even more shocking than it is to those of us locally who know this and are dealing with this. But under current Kentucky law, the assault rifle that was used to murder 5 of our neighbors and shoot at rescuing police officers will one day be auctioned off. Think about that. That murder weapon will be back on the streets one day under Kentucky's current law. My administration has already taken action to remove the firing pin before turning confiscated guns over to the state, because that's all that the current law allows us to do. That's not enough. It's time to change this law and let us destroy illegal guns and destroy the guns that have been used to kill our friends and kill our neighbors.
Now, the thing is, will this off-brand glimpse of sanity on Fox News do anything to shift the conversation on gun control? I don't know, likely not, but while millions across the country continue to tune in to Fox News, denying them oxygen, as some suggest, it isn't an option. It doesn't work. If viewers weren't deterred after finding out that their favorite hosts were just laughing about them while force-feeding them BS that they didn't even believe in off camera, then we have to find a way to try and get through to the few who perhaps could be swayed.
There is a lot of false information flying around about what's gone on here. I've heard this isn't a crime. It is a crime.
Because as I've mentioned before, combating gun violence isn't just about calling out the gun lobby and the NRA. It's an identity battle, one that resides in places where most people watch Fox News. Places like Tennessee, where battles need to be fought on the House floor, also, yes, need to be fought on one of the largest news networks in the country.
Hey Meidas Mighty, love this report? Continue the conversation by following us on Instagram @MeidasTouch to keep up with the most important news of the day. What are you waiting for? Follow us now.